So I'm doing my evening walk, and I'm going to try to do my camera this way. But the point is holding my camera this way. I cannot look in the camera. I can look after it. I cannot look into the camera to make contact with my own eyes. I'm someone, I like to grow things. So this is a tomato that I grow. I grow vegetables from seeds, and I buy vegetable plants that's already no longer seeds, small plants, and then I grow them. But I always grow also vegetables from seed, and I'm very good in it. And this one I'm gonna give away to a neighbor. And so I wanted to make this video, try to make this video this way. I know a very nice guy. He's a Facebook specialist, and he is a CEO. And he told me to put my camera this way. But I said to him, but I cannot look in my eyes if I do it this way. And I really look strange this way. But anyway, I'm going to try it. And yesterday, when I did my live show, the day before, I found out that something was near my hands. So what I need is something to hold my camera on distance. What I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about that I'm living my life. And my life is totally different than the most people. I have very intelligent friends who are high educated. They are my advisors when I need them. And I don't have regular people in my life. I just don't, because I'm not a regular person. I can say that I'm really blessed that I have friends, people around me who totally accept me for who I am, and who are also agree with me that I am Michael Jackson's daughter. So that's really great. So my world is not that I'm really alone. I'm not alone. I do feel alone because my sister Daily France, she died 7 years ago. If I say her name, I just really have to start crying. Sorry. This year will be 8 years. I don't know. Daily France. Who is Daily France? I will tell you who's Daily France. Daily France, she's my niece that I met in Haiti when I was 7 years old. She became my sister. I became a part of the family. The Jackson family, they transport me to Haiti. I believe it was in 1982. Half of it, because I also lived for 6 months in the Dominican Republic. And then the Jackson decided that I wasn't far away. I wasn't far enough away from America. So they moved me to Haiti with a third niece. And Lily France was the daughter of my father's, Michael Jackson, third niece. And her name was Kelly. And she was mother of 7 children. And then she became a mother of 8 children because I was becoming a part of the family. So I was 7 years old, and I have always been alone all my life. And then when I'm 7, I got myself some brothers and sisters. And this is what I write in my book, Betrayal, about my experiencing being welcome in the family. So I gained some sisters. I want to say the name, so I'm going to put down my tomatoes on the ground. I'm going to put down, and I'm going to say the names. I became welcome in a sisterhood. So out of nowhere, I get sisters. Marie Monique, Françoise, Daily France, Angelina. 4. I gained 4 sisters in my life, and I had 2 brothers. One was, the third one was in the way later on. It was Antoine, and Antonio. They were my brothers, so I became richer. 2 brothers. Later on, I went through the first pregnancy that I remember. My Aunt Kelly made another baby, and his name was Antonio, and he was born just before I was kidnapped. He was born, so I know how it is when he was a baby. So I became a family member of 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and later 3 brothers. And I felt very rich. And a lot of things happened. Also, a lot of things happened that I didn't write in a book because they were very shocking, and I had to make a choice what I was going to write in, what I wasn't going to write in. So, when I was kidnapped, Daily France went with me, and she was 3 years old, and she was going to be 4 that year. And we went through the same drama in their family. In my second book, I'm going to talk about it. In the second book, Thriller: The Dark Side, Netherlands, we were illegally adopted. In the government and we are in court about this matter. They said that they did everything correctly and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't do anything correctly, because in the paper they wrote that my mother was someone called Carmen Petit. I don't know any Carmen Petit. And my age was legally changed in 3 years younger, so that they could kidnap me. Anyway, everything surrounding my paperwork was false. And by law, I proved that I was right, that I was kidnapped. And I don't know any Kelly Petit. I don't know any Carmen Petit. I know Kelly Petit. She was Delifon's biological mother, and she was the 3rd niece of my father, Michael Jackson. So this all was very clear. So when I was kidnapped with her daughter, Daily France. And Daily France, that was my niece, my 3rd niece. We did a DNA testing, and it was coming out. She wasn't biologically my sister, but biologically my niece. And she was very important to me. And I separate myself from her to live my own life. But in Haiti, I met Daily France when she was 2 years old. And I was the boss of her, because I became a bigger sister. And I loved her very much. She was very dear to me. And in 2014, she died. I'm not going to do that detail, but it was horrific. It was dramatic. It was horrible. And after 8 years, I felt I just died inside. Living without her is very hard for me every day. We didn't have a lot of contact in the last 3 years. Why? Because a telephone company called Telford, they disconnect my phone, and it was the only number that my sister had, Daily France had, to call me. And inside of my phone, there was also her number, and I had her number in my phone. And I moved. I lost my address book with her number in it. So she felt abandoned by me. And the telephone company, Vodafone, is... I know you are not allowed to talk about hate, but I really dislike them a lot. And I hope one day Vodafone, this company, will go down, because they are not humanitarian. They are not humanitarian. And from experience, I know that I'm not the only one who suffered on the Vodafone, but they are to blame that I lost my sister's number. And I know she was living in Amsterdam, and then a lot of things happened. I don't want to go into the details very deep on her, but she was my life. When she died, I felt that she died. I had the same symptoms when she was dying, and a couple of days later, I found out that she died. And a month later, I found out she died, or something with her. But anyway, I was just crushed. And thriller Betrayal, I'm writing about my experiencing becoming rich. Rich was that I'm gaining 4 sisters and 3 brothers out of nothing, after being a single child, living in a big house in California with Michael Jackson. I became rich. I had a family that I loved very much, and I could share my problems with my nephews and my niece that became my sister. So every time when I say to people Michael Jackson is my father, it doesn't mean a lot for me, because the Jackson family, they abandoned me. They abandoned me the moment I was born. They just abandoned me. And my existence from my father, even he loved me very much. I was a burden. I was something not perfect in his plan. And I realized that always. So when I wanted to have a book deal about my story, people tried to cut me off. That they didn't want to talk about my life. They were only interested in a part of the book about Michael Jackson and not about me. So this is why I decided to publish my book myself and becoming my own publisher. And I really wanted to say that. So every time when I say Michael Jackson, he is my dad. He's a huge part of my life, but he's not the most important thing in my life. And with this video, my YouTube channel, I want people to get to know me and get to know the background story about how it happened. And I want to tell things so you may be interested to buy my book. Give me reviews, talk to me about it, because my life, my autobiography, it's not the autobiography of Michael Jackson, but it's autobiography of Mocienne Petit Jackson. And that's what I really want to share. So I'm going to give my tomato plant to my neighbor. I will come back to this conversation. And before I go, I'm still practicing. Which song am I practicing? Oh my God. I don't know anymore which Michael Jackson song I'm practicing. I'm so emotional that I don't know it anymore. So please forgive me. I cannot look you straight in the eyes because of the camera. Anyway, I really wanted to share this about my life. So, Daily France, may she rest in peace. They are forever in my heart, my sisters and brothers that I lost in Haiti. And this court with the Dutch government is about the justice that I want for my kidnapping. And they need to take responsibility. Saying only sorry, it's not good enough for me. And I'm happy to be alive that I can do this. See you tomorrow or other tomorrow. I will come back to this. Bye-bye. And please describe what you think of my videos. And if you are interested, buy my book, Thriller Betrayal, Thriller the Dogs of the Netherlands. And I'm really looking for your reviews. Bye-bye.